Welcome, everybody, to the Analyst Desk. It is I, Jacob Moore, the self-proclaimed sports analyst, and tough one tonight for Team Canada and Team Finland, I would like to say. But before we get into that, Dan, I'm right here.
Why is there your voice? I see it on the screen. I'm like, whoa, this is creepy.
But before we get into anything, before we get into introductions, I do want to remind the viewers. Reminder, keep it respectful and comment. Passionate debate is welcome. Hate isn't. This is hockey. Opinions will differ. Let's talk the games, the plays, and what comes next.
Fist bump.
And now I want to introduce the lovely crew. Of course.
I punched the wrong way.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Lane Dashing Dashko. Mr. More for your money.
Woo!
And the man, as I love to say to Adam all the time, he was not bit by a spider. He was bit by a goat. Mr. Adam the goat.
Maybe you should get a tetanus shot or something. Bit by a goat. Make sure you don't really
No, he's bit by the goat because he's the greatest Adam of all time. Well, maybe not Adam. Maybe Adam Sandberg. That might be tough competition. But that's the only other Adam I can think of top of my head.
Womp womp.
Adam Sandberg's a good dude too.
I do want to say before we get into anything, we should give a huge congratulations to Checha and Sweden. Yeah. And I would even say in Canada and Finland, before you guys get all nuts for me about it, we saw some amazing hockey today. And let's remember that. Absolutely incredible hockey. And we absolutely are going to break these games down. Let's be respectful, especially considering, let's also remember, these are basically teenagers. So let's not, go in there yelling and screaming and say they're a bunch of losers that need to shave their heads. Dan.
Because they stressed me out so bad, at any point I have no hair left. Being a Maple Leaf fan and a Canada fan is like I'm pulling my hair out watching this hockey.
Let's get into some comments, and then, oh my goodness, we have a lot of comments to already get to. Okay. People are passionate tonight. I feel bad for NHL team drafting Gavin McKenna. He's Shane Wright all over again.
Yeah, we got to talk about that tonight.
Oh, Gavin McKenna is a joke. No offense.
I wouldn't say a joke. He's a talented player with a
No, I don't mean by his skill on the ice. I mean by his sportsmanship.
I wasn't happy with the way the penalty he took, plus skating off and not even standing with his teammates for the awards.
I
wasn't pleased.
That's a disgracement to the country. Let's be honest.
You also have to remember he's 18.
Okay, I was more mature than 18.
No, you weren't. That's a lie.
No, okay, that's true. That's a lie. But still, I mean, a lot of health there representing my country. I mean, you have like military veterans at 18, right? We're a lot more mature than that. You're allowed to drive at 16.
They're not fighting in the military. They're playing a game.
But you know what I mean, though. You're still
I
representing the
Gavin
country.
McKenna's game tonight? Absolutely not. In a lot of ways, you can argue Gavin McKenna lost the game for this team. Multiple turnovers, costly penalties, bad attitude. Even on the game-winning goal, it's him trying to go through on a 1-on-5. It's a bad decision. But at the end of the day, I mean, he is a talented player.
I can't believe he dropped the stick.
I am very curious, and maybe I will start a poll for this, because we know we love our polls at the Analyst Desk. So we're going to get through a lot more comments. Did Gavin McKenna's draft stock drop tonight?
100%. 100%. I don't even think he's even top 3 right now.
Oh, I disagree with you there. He's certainly either going 1 or 2.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
So did everybody else who's draft eligible on Canada's team drop their stock tonight?
Did everyone
else? People would have got drafted on Team Canada.
Did the 2 17-year-olds on the back end? Did they both drop their draft stock for this summer?
Did they
both? No, Lane, I'm asking you a question. Did they drop? Okay. Did they drop their stock? I'm not asking for anything else. Yes or no? Did they drop their stock? Lane?
I'm answering your damn question. What do you want from me?
Yes or no? I'm telling you, yes or no.
Well, you have to let me answer the damn question. You have to let me answer the damn question. Answer the freaking question. Answer the question. You already asked the question, so let me answer it. No!
There you go. That's what I'm asking. Did they drop their stock?
Oh my God.
Yes or no?
We got a passionate Dashko tonight.
That's what I'm asking. He's 18 years old. Like, yeah, it's kind of shitty to walk out on your team like that. It's kind of shitty to go and walk.
Let's watch the
away.
language, though, guys.
It's shitty to go out and walk away from your team, like the way he did. He shouldn't have done that. But that doesn't, like, he's a kid. He's 18 years old. Yes, he probably should be more mature than that, but he's 18 years old. Like, he's still got maturing to do. He's 18. This doesn't just drive his character, and it shouldn't determine where he gets drafted in 5 months. Like, it's a dumb decision that an 18-year-old kid made. He's emotional. He just lost the biggest game of his career.
Okay, it's like comparable to when.
Okay, but Dan, put yourself in his position. He just lost the biggest game of his career.
I was just going to say it's very comparable to the Swedish player that threw away the silver medal. We all criticized him for doing that. Yeah. It's the exact same thing.
Like, I laughed when that happened. I genuinely laughed when that happened because I just found it so absurdly dumb of him to do. But I'm like, he's a kid. It's like it's a dumb decision to make in the moment that doesn't define his character, and that shouldn't define who you are. I
think it does.
It's one dumb moment. Okay, so Dan, you think you should be judged for every dumb thing you've ever done in your life? So Dan, you should be judged for every dumb thing you've ever done in your life. Lane, you should be judged for anything dumb you've done in your life. I should.
I do.
Same with Jacob.
Yeah, we all get judged.
We all get defined for what we do.
We all get judged for it.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
One moment.
Wait a minute. I will say this. We all can look at stuff we did. Not that people like Will Smith anymore, but I'm going to bring up a Will Smith
prime example
because this is what I feel like doing. Will Smith quoted by saying people at all these ages did all these dumb things. The difference was there wasn't social media and cameras everywhere to catch it.
True.
I'm not actually, when I say about Gavin McKenna's draft stock, I actually don't really mean about him being upset and leaving the lineup, which I don't agree with. I think it's an immature move by a teenager. However, I'm more meant by his overall play in the actual tournament. But
for sure.
At the end,
you see Sidney Crosby do that.
He could argue. I mean, I'm just bringing up.
Connor McDavid do that.
You are comparing him to Stenberg and Sweden, who are 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And at the end of the day, Gavin McKenna made some critical errors, and I can give you examples that did hurt the team today. Mind you, we got to get to more comments because they're flying in. But mind you,
thank you. Really great comments.
What I said they could not do today. I said they can't turn the puck over. Every single goal by Checha was off a Team Canada turnover. And that's what cost you the game. Checha came out faster, they came out harder, and they deserve the win.
100%.
So to say there's some things I'm not going to agree with, obviously, on everyone's side here. But like what Den is saying, maybe it is Canada. Just I don't know if they didn't want it. I just think they thought they already had it.
They came out sleepy.
And Key's saying about the passion. Look, I do think these kids care. I'm not.
Wait, Jacob. I have a different view on this. Because I'm not gonna let this. Like, I'm gonna say that I think a different look on this is that Czechia, Canada didn't come out sleepy. Czechia, Jacob, we talked about this before the game. I told you before this game, Canada could not let Czechia force them into their game, and they did. It's easy as that. It's not Canada being sleepy. It's not Canada being bad. We can't go into this and be like, oh, let's give Czechia all their flowers. They forced Canada into a game they didn't want to play.
Sure.
That's what happened. That's what happened. No ifs, ands, or buts. Czechia forced Canada into a game that they didn't want to play, and Czechia ran this game like they want, like their game plan. Canada fell right into their game plan. Canada didn't try and do anything differently. I thought they had good moments, but Czechia were the better team. And they're like, I thought Canada played with a good amount of, I thought they played with a good amount of heart. You could tell because they let their emotions at time get over them. But that's what happens when when there's teenagers involved, that kind of stuff happens. And and I'm not going to go and be like, oh, Gavin McKenna did this. Michael Misa took a dumb penalty. Gavin McKenna took a dumb penalty.
Sure,
guess what? Zane Parekh gave away the puck a lot.
He had a horrible game.
So did everybody else. This whole team played poorly. So it's not on Gavin McKenna. It's not on Michael Misa.
Have a point.
It's on the whole team.
Same.
Ivan Kovic is the only one who played who played consistently well throughout this game.
I haven't got the same.
McKenna's a bust. 100%.
You can't.
I don't
can't
agree McKenna's a bust personally, but
this is gonna. Oh,
I do have a comment to make because Adam asked a very good question about the 17-year-old defenseman. And the 17-year-old defenseman, I don't think was draft stock dropped because they can come back next year and prove themselves differently. And they're not the leader franchise player. Gavin McKenna is the future franchise Canada.
He was not
player.
the leader of this team, Dan. He didn't even have a letter. You can't say he was the
I
leader.
agree, but people saw him as the leader, right?
How's it going, Brady? Welcome to the desk.
Welcome, Brady.
Hockey photographer and videographer. Well,
oh, exciting. That's cool.
I'm sure you'll have some interesting stories. 3 out of 4 of us work in media and hockey, and it could be a very interesting time. But what's the point you wanted to make, Lane?
So the point where I'm getting so frustrated because Adam keeps asking me the question, and I wanted to answer the question. No, those draft picks don't stock because they didn't lead the team. They didn't go punch the ref after the end of the game. They stood and they lost as a team. This guy decided, I'm taking my ball, going home, and I put my hands on the ref and then abused an official in an IHF game. He's lucky he's lucky if he even gets to play tomorrow for bronze because that is considered. He should 100%. That's unexcused. Abusing an official is not. And abusing an official, whether it's pro league, amateur, juniors, retirement league, is unacceptable on every level. You're not allowed to abuse the official. The official, whether you like them, hate them, think they made the wrong call, don't respect them, think they're zebras. At the end of the day, they're the officials and they're trusted to go out there and make the call. Their job is not to go out there and get abused by the players. So do I think those players left their draft pick because they lost the game to Czechia? No. Do I think Gavin McKenna might drop because he's not showing his maturity? Yes. Has nothing to do with the skill. He's got a great skill, sure. Everyone has great skill, but you got to show maturity. And we've seen in the past when players don't show the maturity, they do lose their draft stock. We've seen it all across. We've seen it in football. We've seen it in basketball. We've seen it in hockey. I've seen it in baseball. When these players don't have the right maturity, they won't get picked in the top 5 because teams are scared to pick them. Should he still get picked in the top 3? Sure. But it might hurt him because of how his actions after the game costed him.
Yeah.
Interesting comment here,
from David.
And Lane, I think you explained yourself very well on your thought process. Right now, the poll is 50%.
I forgot about hitting the official.
50% saying yes, 50% saying who cares. So the who cares option in the chats, people are seeming to like. But there's an interesting point here. I'm happy U.S. and Canada lost. Welcome to the boys club that don't care to play. Go home. I love these European teams that actually play like they love the sport. And that's an interesting take from David, kind of saying like, look, we are seeing a major shift in hockey where Canada and US straight up are not the two dominant teams anymore in these tournaments. And mind you, I want to say too, and like no offense, I'm gonna call some people out here. You can't act like Canada's tournament's over. They still have a game tomorrow that is very important. The bronze medal game is still a critical game to finish strong. Because at the end of the day, it is still a medal that straight up a lot of other teams who, Dan, you can go all you want. Winning a bronze medal is something that's very important. You're going to look back on that later. Like, for example, I can think of a hockey tournament I played when I was in high school, and we lost and we got silver. I won the MVP. I didn't throw it away, but I wasn't very happy with it. But later in life, I was so proud that the team that I was on was dead last the year before, and we finished second. Canada has not made, hold on, Dan. Canada has not made the medal round in the last 2 years, right? This game was a good game. It was back and forth, entertaining. Canada's defense was the Achilles heel, as I'm seeing in the comments. This was a defense that was built to be fast and score, not to defend. And I would actually agree with that statement.
We were talking about that during the game.
Important game tomorrow against Finland, and Finland's it's not an easy opponent, right? When they played Finland early in the tournament, it was a close game. I almost think for Canada, it hurt them that their quarterfinal game was as much of a blowout as it was. Because the quarterfinal game is a game that kind of prepares you for that semi. And again, I'm not saying Canada didn't try. I'm not saying there was no effort, but I do feel Czechia, especially at the start, just looked hungrier. They looked hungrier than Canada to start. But I do think Canada had a good game, and I will still say this Team Canada is having an overall strong tournament.
Oh,
and absolutely, Hag is looking like a steal as a mid-first rounder.
Boy, you're lucky to have him in Montreal. Wow, he looked amazing. And seems like a nice guy, too, when he talks. I've heard him talk. And I just want to add, Jacob, to your point. I would say Finland looked as disappointed with the loss as Canada did today. I mean, these gold medal means a lot to all these countries that play. Finland, Sweden, Canada, U.S., all of them. And they look just as heartbroken as we did.
Dan, you're being requested to dance for Brady. Hey guys, I understand we're all heartbroken, and to be honest, it's not easy for people like us who are all passionate about the sport after a tough loss to come out and try to do a show.
It is good for the game of hockey, though,
because we're cool like that. An interesting comment here: I'm not judging McKenna on his character; I'm judging him on his play. I mean, I think he played well, but I also think comparing him to Connor Bedard is unrealistic.
What?
Right? Because Connor Bedard is like, I will say this, I think he's a Sidney Crosby level prospect. You guys can hate me for that take if you want.
No, I get it now.
But I do think he is a Sidney Crosby level prospect. I think Gavin McKenna is a Slafkovsky level prospect. Very good. Very talented player. And before people say this, that's not me saying that Gavin McKenna is a bad player. It's not me saying Slafkovsky is a bad player.
Slafkovsky got another goal tonight.
But I know I should have picked him on my damn Tim's picks.
Yeah, that's right.
And welcome back to the desk, Mr. Gray. If you're not following the Border Pulse as well, that is an awesome news source that Dan runs. Stuff. Great job. And yeah, with Messina, wow, it's adding Misa and McKenna together. With McKenna, and realize that he could be getting a game tomorrow, and it could. And Dan, if you're interested there, we do have a poll over on our YouTube side where you can vote if you think it does lower his draft stock. Adam says no. I am kind of waiting to see how he finishes the NCAA season. Oh. Dan and Lane say yes.
I just said it's unfair to judge him on like his character on that moment is what I said. I didn't say yes or no. I just said it's unfair to do it on one or two moments because like it's an obvious, like it's not a good thing for him to have done. I'm not going to say that it wasn't, but to judge his character on just that, I think is unfair. That's why I never said yes or no to this question. I just said I don't think it's
fair.
Adam,
I thought you did. My apologies.
I just don't think it's fair. I just don't think it's fair to whether I don't really care if the NHL does it or not because they're probably going to. But I just don't think it's fair to do it on one or two moments. Like, if you guys want to judge him, you can. You don't know him personally. That's one thing I don't like when like people do this kind of thing is that I'm kind of just like, you don't know the guy personally. You don't know, like, everybody knew of stories from, oh my gosh, what's his face? Now I'm forgetting his name. I had his name.
Bob Newhart.
Shane Wright, like his attitude issues were like that. Yeah. That was stuff not even from Team Canada. That was just stuff that came out from the OHL. Like that was obvious stuff that had been going on for years. Like, did you guys hear of his attitude issues before this tournament?
McKenna, no, I have not. McKenna, I have not heard any attitude issues.
So it's like judging him on 1-2 moments from a game in which where the emotions were so high. I just think is unfair to him. That's my whole thing. I don't think it's fair to the guy. You guys could judge him if you guys want to. I just don't think it's fair to do it on 2 moments.
Unfortunately,
if you haven't heard anything from before, I know Dan, they're gonna judge it anyways. I could really care less, but it's like I just don't think it's fair. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm just trying to say is, unfortunately, all of us, not just hockey players, all of us, we are judged on our best and worst moments of life. All of us. That's just the reality of the truth.
I'm not going to lie.
What people have been saying in the comments too is not just his attitude, in my opinion, his stock level drop. It's his game of play too. By being the first overall pick, he's supposed to dominate the tournament, and he didn't. He had a couple highlight moments, but he didn't dominate the game.
Now,
they needed to win here.
Dan, I disagree with you there a little bit because you look at Sweden with Stenheim, right? He's the only one that's realistically challenged McKenna for the first overall pick. He has not dominated this tournament. He has played well, but he has not dominated. To expect it
dominated today.
Can I finish?
Sir.
To expect an 18-year-old to dominate a U20 tournament is unrealistic. We have way too high expectations because Connor Bedard, who, by the way, did something Sidney Crosby didn't do, did something Alexander Ovechkin didn't do as an 18-year-old, something Jerome McGinley didn't do as an 18-year-old, right? So you have to look at it. And I mean, you can't just blame Gavin McKenna for this loss either.
I'm not blaming
I'm not.
Right? Well, I think you could partially blame him. I mean,
you win as a team, you lose as a team.
Could you imagine?
Sorry,
Jacob,
go ahead.
Could you imagine if this guy takes as much as heated as we get, even though me and Adam were working before this week here, Adam had us 1 point. They did have a point. They did have a chance, even though when I gave up on them, they had a chance to come back in this game, and they actually did. Could you imagine Gavin McKenna takes a 5-minute penalty and robs them of even having that chance? Because he almost did. We're forgetting that.
No, I'm not forgetting that. But I mean, you can also blame Michael Misa for putting his hand on the puck to losing the power.
I know, but
right?
I'm just saying, it could have been a 5-minute penalty. You can also
blame Parekh for when the net's empty for not back checking very hard, right? Yeah. What McKenna did was a stupid play. And I was, at the time, I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was furious because as a hockey fan, you're just like, what are you doing? But when you sit back and look at it, right, it was a bad play. It was a bad decision. I mean, I'm seeing some people in the comments saying it was a dive. In the IIHF, truthfully, he was lucky it wasn't a 5. Yeah. But again, I kind of agree. If I want to bring David's comment back up here. And I think these guys can bleep and play, right? I think
100%.
Farting play will say. I think Checha, we're forgetting how good Checha is. And I think it was one thing when everyone was distraught when they lost to Latvia last year. Checha is a team, and I'm going to say this now, Checha will beat Sweden tomorrow. They are that good.
Wow.
Checha is the real deal. They are fast. They are physical. They play smart. They take advantage of every goal that they scored was on a Canadian mistake. And teams that can take advantage of mistakes like that are phenomenal. I think we're really sleeping on how good Checha is. I think it's going to be the same thing in the Olympics. I think Checha is going to surprise a lot of people in the Olympics as well. Because I was looking at that potential roster, and that roster is also absolutely stacked. Back to some more comments, though, because I apologize, everyone. We're getting to them as quick as we can here tonight. Iginla will be a stud in the NHL. Yeah, I think Paige Iginla overall, I'm curious your guys' perspective. I think you could argue Iginla was one of their better players in the second half of this tournament. He didn't 100%. Start off super hot, but once him and Misa got going, it was a huge impact.
Oh, for sure. Totally agree with that. I mean, Utah's got a really nice pick with him of a 6th overall pick in the first round. Wow. That's something you can build a team around for sure. Same with Michael Misa, like in Montreal. Boy, I can really see him. Imagine having a 1-2 center, Nick Suzuki and Michael Misa in like 2 or 3 years now.
It's Hage, not Misa. Misa's in San Jose.
My bad. Sorry about that. I met Michael Hage. Sorry about that. But even Michael Misa, okay, I get the face-off hand on the puck thing. I think it was an instant reaction. It was a bad move. I still don't think it was a penalty because he didn't technically close his hand on the puck.
Dan,
he moved the puck.
I'm going to say this. Every penalty Canada took was a penalty. So anyone who wants to blame the refs, you can't blame the refs. Canada was
not when he watched the whole game. This is that one play. I was a little suspicious.
And in the IAHF, during the span of a face-off, you are not allowed to use your hand.
But the puck was out of the face-off.
Doesn't matter. It's still the face-off between those two players.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that is a penalty. If anything, I thought Canada was given a gift, giving back-to-back penalty shot opportunities. I thought Canada was given a gift. And again, no disrespect to Hag on missing those, right? Like the goaltender.
I did think it was weird. He did the exact.
I thought it was odd.
Yeah, I thought it was he was going to shoot the second time around.
Like I was like, oh, well, the first time he does this good move, I'm like, okay, I almost did. And then he does the same thing. I'm like, yeah, it's like knowing how a magic trick already. You've seen it already happen. You're not going to fall for it again.
It's interesting, Dan Gray. I don't know if I agree with the upbringing side of it. No offense. But I do agree that I think Czechia has learned how to play a North American style game and how to beat Canada. Right? I think they have the formula. Well, clearly they've won three of the last 4 matches against Canada, I believe now. So look, at the end of the day, like, I do think that European hockey is not what it was 10 years ago. It's physical. Even look at Team Sweden. If he's in the comments, I'm sure he'll be very happy I said that way. Sorry, I haven't gotten all the way down yet because I'm loving all the comments. Great to see it today.
Thank you for the comments. It's fantastic.
And as a reminder as well, if you're a new viewer, please like, follow, subscribe, share.
Jacob beat me to it.
Subscribing really does help the algorithm. So it makes a big difference for us to get more viewers seeing the content. So we always appreciate it. But no, at the end of the day, I think it's fair to say the better team won.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget with Czechia, you got to give them like to go back to Mr. Gray's point. You got to give both Czechia and Slovakia a lot of credit because maybe like 20 years ago, we're getting a geography lesson again. Czechia and Slovakia were like one country. So for them to separate and put out 2 competitive teams, I guess Slovakia didn't make it this far, but they were still good in the tournament overall. You got to give both sides a lot of credit.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, to think of this tournament as a 2-horse race now,
top 5,
you're not watching the games. Adam and I have talked about this a lot, and so has Lane and But, I mean, we talked about it a lot earlier today. This is not a 2-team race anymore.
No.
So, Jacob, I want to say, I knew heading into this game, Czechia could win this game. And, like, they scored, let's all remember here for a second, Czechia scored with 1:12 to go in this game. Like, this game wasn't, like, Canada very much was in this game.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Let's not kid ourselves here where we say, like, Canada played horribly and Czechia, like, it wasn't a great game from Canada, but Czechia, but like Canada was very much in this game.
Oh yeah,
so like basically the whole game, they were never really out of it. Like, I don't know. I just like all I want to say for the rest of this. Like, I'll talk more about the Sweden game, but all I want to say about this game is that Czechia deserved it. They won the game.
Oh, for sure.
I really don't think Canada actually even played that bad this whole tournament, despite what other people are going to think, but they made they made some bad decisions, but like at the end of the day, like they're teenagers, people. Like, let's like chill out a little bit. It's a tournament for kids.
We were all teenagers.
That's all I want to say.
We were all teenagers once, even me. You know that to become 31, you have to at least once be 0 and 1 and 2.
It's like a song. Once I was 7 years old.
But yeah, I mean, I do agree with Adam there. I can't say Canada's had a bad tournament. And like I've said, the tournament's not done for Canada yet, right? There's still a big game coming up. But we need to get to some more comments.
I mean, here. Canada's better this year than if they were the past couple of years, if that's a positive.
Pareka is another one. Flames have a PP specialist. Yeah, he's definitely a power play specialist. He needs... I was saying this during the game. I think his hockey IQ needs to improve, 100%. Like on his defensive ability. But again, maybe we'll see that tomorrow. I will be really curious to see how this team plays tomorrow. Right? That is my big thing. I want to see how this team, because I know, Dan, you're saying 50-50. Lane, I haven't heard your comment yet on this, or Adams, but I still think that the bronze medal game is critical.
Oh, 100%. They have to.
You got to try to win that game. And I'm saying try because Finland is good enough to beat Canada. They took Sweden to the shore. And Sweden on paper, I think, is the best team in this tournament. Because remember, a lot of the Swedish players want to play in the Swedish Elite League, not the NHL. Like it or lump it, it's true.
Oh, 100%. Sweden is a beautiful country. I don't blame them wanting to stay there.
I was worried about about Latvia again. Man, I'd be sent out fighting these guys.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to. I don't think. Oh my gosh, if it's a 5-minute major for tapping a guy in the head, if you fight them, you're probably kicked out for the next 3 years in the IHF World Juniors.
Yeah, literally. Oh my goodness.
They don't play princess hockey. You are right. Latvia doesn't. Yeah. Latvia plays very aggressive. So does Czechia. Yeah, are the OHL players sleeping? Yes, Dan. The word for it is bang.
Yeah.
I believe he's talking to Dan Gray. And I do think sometimes some CHL and NCAA players don't realize how good these players are from these other leagues. That is an opinion that I think is very fair.
Yeah.
Let's continue to go.
Jacob's really behind on the comments.
Yeah, I apologize, everyone. We've had some great debates here. Win or lose, you get better from here. And honestly, I think this is one of the best comments I have seen today. Dennis, you, sir. Get the analyst and the thumbs up from Adam. You get better from this. You
Great comment.
Lose some. You get better. You grow. You improve. That's what and it's a big point to what I said about how the game goes next game. Are they going to care?
I didn't even hear the rest of that because there's the whistle.
But I like my whistle.
I couldn't hear you over the whistle.
I said, do they care or do they just take the train out of here and just don't show up for the next game? That's what I want to see.
We'll see. So what happened?
Hag's insane. I got to agree with you.
So Jacob, does your anger or maybe opinion change somewhere if they get lose to Finland 5-0?
If they lose to Finland 5-0, honestly, a part of me will more blame coaching than the players because that just means the coach didn't get them ready to go. If we're gonna constantly blame Craig Berube for motivating adults, I think you got to put even more of that on a coach motivating a bunch of teenagers, right? And I'm not saying Dale Hunter is a bad coach. Before anyone goes, Dale Hunter is the greatest coach to ever touch a suit. He's a phenomenal junior coach. I'm not denying that. But defensive structures are critical in this entire tournament. And actually, one other thing I do want to mention before we get to more comments and move on to the second game of the day. Jack Ivankovic's stats were not good, but he played phenomenal. He was outstanding in this game. And
I made some really big saves.
I'm going to get flack for that comment, and I don't care. He was phenomenal. Checha easily could have had 10 goals.
I agree with Jacob.
Easily. Name a goal that was Jack Ivankovic's fault, and you can't.
That last one was bad.
I disagree with you. The last one, it's a Gavin McKenna turnover, a pass across, bad defense, goes off a skate and in. I don't think that's on Jack Ivankovic. But also, Lane, you're entitled to your opinion. It's wrong. I kid.
Well, Lane, I hear your opinion about
the comic relief here today because we haven't heard enough laughter. So,
I hear your opinion, Lane, on Ivankovic.
I thought he could have been better. For all the people who said that, how great this kid is, I just thought we needed a save, and it just felt like even when we tied the game. Finally got back in. You needed a save on the next play, and you didn't get it. And then Canada comes back again. They tie the
positive for sure.
Canada ties the game again. They're feeling good. And next play, come down, boom, in the back of that. I'm not saying he was bad. He had to face 36 shots. His team didn't play the greatest in front of him. So I'm not saying it's all his fault. I just would have liked to save in the last dying minutes of the game when it's Canada just ties it, and then instead of coming down. He's out of his net, caught out 50 feet, looking like he's going to go party at center ice.
No, he's out challenging the shot, expecting his defense to take away the pass.
I kind of agree with both of you here. As well as Ivankovic played well, we didn't see a Marc-Andre Fleury moment or a Carey Price moment or a Justin Pogge moment.
Okay, but Dan, those were 19, 20-year-old goaltenders. Ivankovic is 18. You got to think about it. This was his first real meaningful World Junior game he's realistically played. I mean, I get the game against Slovakia was meaningful, but Canada won that in the first period, right? And again, I agree to Lane's comments that he said before about he should have played in the Finland game. But at the end of the day, I look at it, Ivankovic made multiple humongous saves to keep this game a one-goal game as long as he could. And
it's like you point
you're
out,
so bad defensively, which I don't mean to keep picking on Parak, but to me, he's just Evan Bouchard, but at least he's young, so hopefully you can coach that out of him. Because if you're wondering, you can ask Dan. I had these same comments about Thomas Chabot the year Canada had him in the World Juniors. I can't remember if they won or lost that year. It doesn't matter.
I think they won.
I was like, hopefully they can. I was like, man, this kid does not have any hockey IQ. He just flies around there like a chicken with his head cut off. And now Thomas Chabot is one of the better two-way defenders in the NHL.
Yeah.
Well, Zach Preston.
you brought up a great point off camera, Jacob. It's like with Ivakovas, it was very hard for him because the games that he played, no disrespect to the other countries, but they weren't as high quality shots. And the other 2 games he played in his tournament, then he was thrown into a do or die game against a very competitive team.
And I thought he played well.
He did, yeah.
Dean, you know what? I actually think this is a completely also another brilliant statement.
Yeah.
The better team won. The better team won. I do agree with you, David. I think he might have fallen asleep. But that's okay. I am Mr. Positivity.
Yeah.
Dan, apparently you were supposed to start a group chat and you failed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did completely forgot about it. Yeah, I can do that. So sorry, David. After we record our live shows, Lane and I have been working on the simulators. So sometimes we're done with recording and uploading and everything. Lane and I are not going to bed till like 2-3 in the morning. So I did forget that. Thanks for a reminder, Mr. David, because that would be very cool to do the road trip.
And Batherson starting to throw lefts in a nasty fight. That's always great to hear. Gotta love.
Oh, that'd be cool. See,
but
I thought we almost got a fight today.
Oh, good. Lane apparently got that left hook from Batherson.
Yeah.
But no, look, I gotta say, overall, Canada still has another big game tomorrow. I thought they played with a lot of heart today. I thought they really tried. They just fell short. I do think there was a lot of heart, soul, and care. I just think I think Czechia came out a little faster in the first 10 minutes, and that was kind of the difference. At least you're not like, a nice segue into the Finland-Sweden game. We're not like poor Reppinen, who played an incredible game, let in 1 fluky goal, and you lost by 1 goal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I am very curious. I see Lane has gotten over the left hook from Batherson, which is
I had to fix my headset. It was going all. It sounded like.
Yeah, I'm looking at my mic. His is hooked up to the right one.
So I have these weird headset. If you hit they're wireless, but you can put a wire in them, so they're meant to be wireless. If you hit one of the side buttons, it triggers the wireless noise canceling function. So I must have hit a button by accident. So when I came back, all I heard was like
oh no!
I was like, okay, so either it's me, and I'm like, I had to go watch the stream on my headphones for a minute and figure it out, and that's why I'm back.
Yeah, hey, Habs looked incredible, but never.
I didn't go milk one out, chat. I'm back.
Habs won 4-3 against Dallas.
Our new viewers don't ask.
The Habs are 10 over 500 right now. Very hard. I said it. We're going to do another special. Now we're halfway around the NHL season. But if you go back and watch our quarter special of the NHL season, I called it. I said Montreal's the best Canadian team. And here we are halfway through. I still think they're that good. They're a really good team.
I'd like to move on, though, to Finland versus Sweden.
Another great game.
I will say that game was another one. What a game.
All 4 goalies today played incredible.
I think the games this year in the World Juniors have been second to none. Like, they have been remarkable games in this tournament. And if you're not a fan of any of the countries and you're not super stressed watching them, they're incredible games. Hudson on pace for 80 points.
Oh, the Steelers won today? Damn.
Yes.
Lane Hudson's a hell of a player.
Yeah, but Hudson's amazing.
I will say Adam was right. Sweden won. I was incorrect. I said Finland.
I always am.
You're always right, except when you're wrong.
Sweden are the best team in this tournament. It's quite obvious. They've proven it every game. I'm going to pick Sweden tomorrow. I already have Sweden. I don't care how well Czechia played today. Sweden are still the best team in this tournament. I'm going to pick them tomorrow. I think they're going to win tomorrow because they are very good. I think Finland and Czechia play a similar style, and Sweden were fine playing with it. I'm going to give it now before, and even if we're not supposed to do it now, I still think Sweden's going to win this tournament. My mind hasn't changed.
I've already said that I think Czechia's going to win this tournament.
My mind hasn't changed on the fact that Sweden are the best team in this tournament. They're physical, they're big, and they score in tons of different ways. They're just such a dominant team. I just have no I have no reservations about who's going to win this tournament. I still think
You think no matter what, Canada would have lost the gold anyways?
Yeah. I think Sweden are a lot better than Canada is.
That's not an unfair statement.
I said this all tournament. Like I said, all tournament. Sweden are the best team in this tournament. Bar none. They are the best team in this tournament. They are stacked 1 through 4, 1 through 3 defensively. Goaltender is great. This whole team is amazing. This team is 4 lines that just go, go, go. Their defense, amazing. Their goaltending, great. They were without one of their best goal scorers and still won this game. It's it's amazing how good this team is. Like Sweden would have. I don't think it would have been a blowout, but Sweden would have been still fine, comfortable. And I think Canada's a great team. I just think Sweden are just that good. Canada and Sweden heading into this tournament. They talked about it all the time on TSN. They said it for like 2 weeks when the rosters were set out, that Canada and Sweden were the 2 best teams. On paper, they were the 2 best teams of this tournament. Sweden came out and proved it. They are one tough team. Czechia is going to have a tough time beating Sweden tomorrow.
Welcome to the desk. I'm not going to say your name, but welcome. I don't want a recording of me saying that somewhere because I know Lane, he's going to cut it and edit it and post it as a short for revenge of the short I posted of Dan. The short of Dan.
Made that group chat there, so I wouldn't forget.
But yeah, welcome to the show.
Is that Mr. Dennis maybe on a YouTube account?
But yeah, let's get some more comments here. David saying a lot of these goaltenders are showing what they can do, going to get some contracts. I can't disagree with you there. The goaltending in this tournament this year has been outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
KHL doesn't pay a third of its NHL. Regardless, these boys are going to be eating well for a bit. Very true. They don't make in the KHL, but they're making more than me. So yeah, Brandon, Sweden is due for a gold. I mean, it's crazy how they've been so dominant in the round robin. I actually think for Sweden, it was very important that game against Finland was so close.
It was.
I think that really preps them for Czechia. I still think Czechia is going to win it all, but that's just my 2 cents on it.
So Adam versus Jacob.
As long as it's not a running up and down the stairs competition, because Adam will beat me at that every time. Because Adam is much more athletic.
Well, I'm going to make things interesting. I'm going to pick Czechia.
You know what? At the end of the day, I just hope both teams have fun.
I'm picking Sweden.
Sweden will walk all over Canada. All we have is a decent goalie. That's it. Again, I don't think Canada's that bad, but I do think Sweden is a better team.
You guys are all. I'm going to say it because I'm a very outspoken person. I'm going to say what I think. Y'all are overreacting to one goal game. 1:12 left. A 1-goal game in Canada are like awful now. They're the highest scoring team in this damn tournament. They played very well defensively.
It is
for like a couple games. YouTube. Like it's like the overreaction that this country has after any game. This country, Leafs fan base, Habs fan base, every team just has overreactions way too much. Yeah, that makes sense. Only that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, David.
I think it's because hockey just means so much to us. And being on U.S. soil, it was important for us to do well in this tournament.
But Dan, you can't say they haven't done well in this tournament.
Oh,
they've only lost 1 game. And as Adam is saying, as much as we're frustrated, it's not like they got dominated this game. It was a great game.
I get that.
I'm just laughing. I laughed when the show started, and I'm laughing now because this is all just so funny to me. It's not getting. I
think it's funny you're so chill about it. I mean, only power to you, but
apparently, I don't know why you need e-transfer from David, but that's good. I guess David's money at him for putting up with his shenanigans. But we got to get to some more comments here from name I won't say. Sweden is a tough team, absolutely. Damn, Dan, how did you know?
I just want. Hey, I bet you that's Dennis. Welcome back.
Well, I will say if they don't medal tomorrow, I do think that in not getting a medal in 3 years is embarrassing. I do think that is actually embarrassing.
So you think this bronze medal means something, Lane, eh?
Yeah,
But at the same time,
Interesting.
I want you to flip it. Could you not say it's embarrassing? In theory, do you think Finnish fans feel the same way? It's
100%
embarrassing
they
if
do.
They don't come away with a medal. You have
100% they do.
very, very good teams in the bronze and the gold that are going for between Czechia and Sweden. Do you think one team will be happy with the silver, saying we got silver, or they both feel like they failed because they didn't get gold? I want your honest opinions.
What was the question?
Great job.
I was reading the comments. I'm sorry.
So what I'm saying is, if looking at Czechia versus Sweden, do you think both teams are expecting to win gold tomorrow?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Dan, why do you guys? I know what you're thinking. Why do you not think both teams are expecting to win gold?
I think Czechia is an underdog. I give them a lot of credit for how
Just because
they.
you're an underdog doesn't mean they're not expecting to win, though.
Well, no, I mean
Florida
the hockey
Panthers
team
are
themselves.
expected to beat
Hockey
Edmonton.
team themselves are going in for expecting to win gold.
Yes.
I agree with that. I just mean the people in general probably don't have Czechia as a favor.
Czechia fans do. You're telling me people from
Oh, yeah, I
Czechia
get
who
that.
flew halfway around the world to be one of the 4,000 people in that 20,000 people arena. That's a whole other conversation.
Yes.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, I agree, Lane. It would be disappointing if Canada doesn't win anything, and the bronze game means something. However, I still would not look at it as a fail if they don't get it. If they show up and they try. If they kind of show up half-assed and lose 6-2, I'll be very disappointed. I'll put it that way. Disappointed like a father who didn't get his pancakes for Father's Day. Not that I would know. But let's get to some more comments here. We have a Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Great question.
An answer from everyone.
I've got the graphic if you want to show it, Jacob. I was prepared when I saw this comment ahead of time. I do my homework.
Okay.
Who do we like, everybody? So we obviously got the Denver Broncos on a bye. Got the Jaguars taking on the Bills, which is funny. They got the Patriots taking on the Chargers. Steelers against the Texans. And you got Seahawks on this side. Panthers versus Rams. Bears versus Packers. And Eagles versus the 49ers.
I'll give my answer. I'm probably have some blinders on because I'm a big fan of theirs, but I'm going with the Bills. I think the whole time in Josh Allen's career, the problem was getting past Patrick Mahomes and KC. Now that KC is not in it, and I guess Baltimore's not in it either, right? Because the Steelers won 10 wins. I called it. I think this is Buffalo's year to win.
I am hatefully not going to say Buffalo. I had my hand over the boot button, Dan, because I thought you were going to say Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh will lose in the first round. And I am going with one that is very off. I think that's off the board, even though they're high in the standings. And I actually think the Seattle Seahawks are going to get it done this year.
That would be a good pick, yeah.
Is absolutely stacked. And I think Sam Darnold has proven he can play in big games this season. Where I look at that game versus the Rams, which basically got them the division. And I am going to be crazy, and I'm going to say Seattle. We have a Bills fan in the chat.
Yeah.
David saying he's a Bears fan, so he's going with the Bears.
I can see the Bears making a push forward this year.
Bears had a great record this year, best season they've had in a while. Rams, Packers, Bills, 49ers, my picks to come out of the wild card games.
Nice picks. Wow.
I think those are some pretty good picks. I'd say if you want to put
100%.
money on it, which don't put money, I mean, you can do what you want with your money. That'd be a good place to put your money.
100%.
Or you transfer David because you can. I'm kidding, David. I understand why. I'm just joking around with you. Adam or Lane, who's your Super Bowl pick?
You kind of stole mine, but I'll go off the board. I'll take. I kind of like the Rams.
Oh, I like Rams too. Maybe Cooper can afford one.
Adam, who's your way too early Super Bowl pick?
Eagles going back to back.
Oh, nice.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's a good one too. Great question. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more NFL.
Oh, we will be. Plus, Blaine and someone, not sure who, is going to be doing some Super Bowl, so doing some playoff preview games in the simulation. New England wins it all.
England.
Please no.
Well, I don't know if they're going to have
my biasy. I'm a Bills fan. I am so sick of watching the Patriots beat the Bills.
I have a gas or ass since we're on.
For the love of God, please look into my eyes, okay? I'm not like Matt Sundin when he congratulated Austin Matthews. I'm not stoned. These eyes are full and pure. Come on, boys. No New England Patriots.
I have a gas or ass.
You can't have a damn clown suit because the freaking Steelers won today. It's been a bad day for the desk. Did you guys know?
Hey, I'm happy Steelers won.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers is my boy.
They're sad. So that desk needs 4 legs. Don't say that to me, even though it's probably accurate.
Well, that's what my gas or ass was about, actually. So I'll just say it.
No, I gotta run the bumper. Or is it ass? Or, as Christopher would say, or who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Is Drake May the new Tom Brady?
Ass. Why would you even ask this question? This is Dan, before you even go and try to explain yourself, do you realize how dumb this question is?
I get it's dumb. That's why I'm asking it.
No, because I have a thing. I won't even say this to New England Patriots fans. They are like, Patriots fans are acting like this guy is the second coming of Tom Brady. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Like, it's actually like, I don't think it's like literally ridiculous because Drake May has been good. Now, this isn't really anything against Drake May, but the Patriots had a it wasn't a tough schedule. Like, it just wasn't. Like, and that's just a fact. It wasn't. I'm interested to see how he plays in the playoffs, but he has to play all good teams. Like, I'm interested to see that, but he hasn't proven anything yet. He had a good season, but what was it against? Like,
and I'm going to say it too. Tom Brady wasn't considered the GOAT till he won a bunch of Super Bowls.
Yeah.
When Patrick Mahomes is in that conversation because of the three-peat. Three-peat, and then we'll talk.
Okay, fair enough.
Lane, are you gas or ass? Or who cares?
It has to be three-peat.
It's not even that. Like, Tom Brady was just so dominant. Like, he wouldn't even be in the conversation.
I don't know if we will see what Tom Brady did, because I also think the league is watching closer on deflating balls and filming practice sessions illegally. And look, I'm going to say this, and this is an unpopular opinion, but if everyone's going to take Barry Bonds' achievements away from cheating, then you almost have to do the same with Tom Brady.
Oh.
Is it really a win if you have to cheat to get it? If I get 100 on my test, but I stole the answer sheet, did I get 100 on the test?
Yes. You did, technically.
Okay. Bold take. Yes, it is. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not just Mr. Positive. When I type in bold, brother. Positive because when you're dyslexic, when things are in bold, it's a little easier to read. But also because I'm the bold man. Well, I'm not the bold man. I'm the bold man.
I'm the bold man.
I know how big you guys are into racing.
You just call me Big Lane?
No.
I said, I know you guys are big into racing.
I kid.
Would you consider what Jimmy Gordon and Jeff, what's his name?
Jimmy
Johnson and Jeff Gordon.
You got the two mixed up, bud.
Sorry. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson did. Would you consider them cheating? Because they did a lot of weird things with their cars when you weren't supposed to. Like, NASCAR literally, I don't know if you ever, I actually watched it with my friend, the NASCAR documentary, for how many times they had to rewrite the rules every single season because Chad Canales, the crew chief, would always go through the rules and find all the little loopholes in the rule book.
That was his job, though. That was their job.
But that is cheating because
if you're following the loopholes, you're not cheating. The rules are made to be broken.
Give it a whiff.
But I don't know. People consider that cheating. People said that was
no, but it's not cheating if you. By the way, we're not sponsored by DPS, but we could be since you saw the.
That's
DPS.
right.
It's not cheating if the rules aren't made yet. That's kind of like saying teams continuing to just hold puck possession in 3-on-3 are cheating. They're not cheating. It's until they make a rule different in overtime for the NHL, teams will continue to do it. It's like Sean Avery wasn't cheating when he screened the goalie in a hilarious manner.
Yeah.
Then they changed the rule. Honestly, I think they only changed the rule because Sean Avery on Tom Brady on, oh my gosh, his name, help me. Brodeur.
Yeah, Brodeur.
Changing your body unnaturally is not exactly copying from tests from others. Well, no, that is true. If I decide to shave off my weenus.
Wait, Jacob, this is an important point. You can't break a rule that doesn't exist yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't break a rule if it doesn't exist.
That's just
what
smart.
Are you breaking? You're not breaking anything.
So
you're not cheating. You can't cheat if the rule does not exist while you are doing the thing. It's cheating after the rule is made. You can't cheat when there's nothing there.
He did, yeah. He
like
did.
It or not. That's how. It's the same thing with So I will bring this example because this is a good example. It's true. Everybody hates Las Vegas because of what they did. You got cheating. It's not technically cheating. They didn't.
Now it would ban Florida did the
they
same
did not
thing.
break. They did
break
not
a rule.
technically break a single rule. They
That's
played
right.
within the rules. You're just mad your team didn't think of it first.
However, Lane, I will say, Lane,
fact.
I do love the comparison, though. I think it's a very interesting conversation. I just mean what Tom Brady did, it is against the rules to deflate the ball.
Some more automotive talk.
It is not against the rules. I don't know exactly. And actually, Lane, if you can send me that documentary, I would love to watch it.
It's pretty cool.
Maybe that's a pre-recorded special we can do coming up in the future.
His crew,
as David's pointing out, while weighing down your car and slows the lap time, Jimmy was the best driver.
Actually, no, the point of weighing where he placed the weights where he did, yeah, it weighs down the car, but technically it's about even weight distribution. So by putting weights on the opposite sides of the car, it made it more balanced around for turns, right?
You know what they did? That's the one cool thing they did for a while, the longest time in NASCAR, just let him keep getting away. So you have to, when you do you're supposed to, you're supposed to get your car checked on the day of your qualifying and the day of the race.
Correct.
So they would do, Chad Canales, what he would do is he would bring in this fake car that was not even, Jimmy was never going to drive. And Jimmy would go driving around to qualify, and people would watch him and watch how he was driving. And that wasn't even the car. They would finish the qualifying, take the car into the garage, and with 3 hours left, change every single thing on that car. And I mean every single little thing on that car. They'd take every bolt, every nut, everything, the steering wheel, the seat, the roof. They'd take everything. I've rebuilt this car, and they would submit it at 11:58:59 seconds, 1 minute before, and they would get it checked and approved, and then they would go to the race with a brand new car, and no one knew what was in the car. But it was under NASCAR regulation. And this guy did this for 3 years straight. They let him get away.
That's just smart.
Yeah.
If it wasn't illegal at the time. Also, quickly.
NASCAR is a really interesting topic. I didn't know you went to NASCAR, Lane. That's sweet.
We need to add.
I used to be. I love Chad Canales.
We gained a new subscriber. So thank you very much to the new subscriber to the desk.
Good.
And if you don't like it that someone subscribed, I'm just kidding. We don't do our commenters. But man, I teach NASCAR. Didn't know you teach NASCAR. Was no joke. It was legal. They just couldn't touch him. Legit smart. Yeah, it's just smart. But Lane, it is an interesting take you're bringing up. I just mean comparing it to Tom Brady's cheating or the Canadian soccer team that got caught with filming the practices.
Oh, I have an opinion on this. I have an opinion on this. No, I have an opinion on this.
Well, I know every team did it, if that's your opinion.
This thing was crazy. No. So that's what I was going to bring up. I'm like, every team does this, but wait, hold up, because
it's like speeding on the highway.
Hold up.
It's ridiculous in the fact that So when Canada got caught, the women's team got caught because the women's team got caught first. They were gonna beat New Zealand anyways. Like the team they were facing next was ass anyways compared to them. They would have beat them either way. The U.S. women's team, like it was funny. And then the men got caught, but the men got caught cheating with a team that was like
Brady,
a
yes.
joke. Like it was like they were spied on a team they would have they should have beaten easily. Like that's what's funny to me is that they got caught. They got caught cheating against the best teams in the world. They got cheating, losing to cheating against teams like 50 places below them. That's what was so like mind-boggling ridiculous to me is that they were caught cheating like against nobody teams, and then they were punished, but they were punished for something everybody does. So it's just even more ridiculous. It was just that's my opinion on it.
Well, there's a lot of takes in soccer of
it was ridiculously stupid.
Different
like,
ways.
Beyond,
I mean, same with like Formula One, right? So Formula One get very creative too. But let's get back to the comments here.
Yeah, I do agree. Jacksonville could be a tough one for Buffalo. Jacksonville's actually
Jacksonville. Wow.
And actually, say what you want, Dan. Jacksonville's been able to win even when they didn't have what's his face,
Lawrence.
The man with beautiful hair?
Simone Lawrence, a quarterback.
Not Simone Lawrence. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. I think his name is. Yeah, a beautiful hair dude. Wow. I wish I had hair like him. Holy cow.
Oh, Dan, you just buy a wig.
Well, once we get more subscribers and we're making money, then yeah, I'll definitely buy a wig for sure.
Oh, yes. No, Dan, Jacob, you should do a poll. Should Dan buy a wig?
Okay. We'll add a new poll to the desk.
No, we wear a hat.
We have some very weird suggestions during our live shows.
But no, I guess we should get back. We got a little off topic there, the great Super Bowl question and more automotive talk. Very interesting. But I guess we should get back to that Sweden, Finland. Sweden. Yeah,
Sweden, Finland. You were right. Game. Good job, Dan.
Yeah, I was thinking, no, we're not playing tomorrow, but we did play today. So, which was yesterday now, but anyway, that's not the point.
I will say, Dan, according to ChatGPT, if a wig makes you feel like it expresses yourself, then you should buy one. So I don't know about you guys. I love asking AI the most random things.
What did
I asked AI if I got 10 friends, if we could dig a tunnel underneath the 401 to save for spending $9 million on research.
What did it say?
It said no, not even without 10 friends.
And then I asked, what if they all have beer?
Yeah.
And it was still no.
Well, Dan, would you feel bonita if you had a wig?
Bonita.
You are. I will
bonita.
say.
Do you know what bonita means? It means beautiful. Would you feel beautiful?
Yes.
I will say I do agree with this comment. AI, there's a lot of dangerous things in the AI world, so make sure you're very careful when using AI.
I will not be careful at all. I will be extra dangerous.
No, this comment brings up a fantastic point. One of our episodes and our pre-records, I believe we talked about overusing AI in sports marketing and different things like that.
So maybe that's an episode we do as a special. Dan,
yes.
One comment would prefer you to wear a cardboard box and get a wig.
Yeah, we saw a comment earlier about the box, for Boxing Day.
Dan, at the moment, it's 100% for you to get a wig in the comment.
Oh, wow.
In the poll.
Okay.
If Pittsburgh gets eliminated in week one, in the week one of the playoffs, Dan has to buy a wig.
I have no money
yes.
to do that.
Yes. That'd be amazing.
But we'll see how the poll goes, Dan. You have all the support of the desk with you, and some people. I don't think anyone's voted. Who cares yet? So, a Tom Brady wig.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
As long as you don't try to suck the life force out of people. Oh, David will buy a ginger wig.
There you go, ginger wig, Ginger Argo.
Yeah, great friend of the desk and super Argo fan. I guess Lane can't be friends with him because then he'll be in Hamilton jail.
That's right.
But no, back to that Sweden-Finland game. I thought that game was incredible, by the way.
That was a great game. Wow.
Super exciting game, end-to-end action. I think we saw the two best goalies in the tournament go head-to-head. I know they each let in a weird goal, but, I mean, that overtime, ripping and stopping 4 breakaways, that's just nuts.
And funny
on
enough.
the same guy.
On the same, oh my god, that guy must be having. If they had lost that game, that guy would just be like having a dream. Breakaway! What a game! Like, man, I was on the edge of my seat. I normally sit in a recliner. I had the recliner down, and I'm like, oh my god. I really wanted Finland to win that game just because I'm a big Finland fan when it comes to international hockey. I love the way they play. But man, I do agree with Adam that Sweden just looks dominant. Although I thought Finland gave them everything they could handle. And let's not forget how, like we said in the Canada-Czechia game, giving both teams a lot of respect. Let's give both teams a lot of respect. That I thought that Finland played phenomenal.
Oh, 100%. Well, funny enough, the Lane and I did the simulator last night, and the simulator was dead on.
Well, they predicted dead on, but
close. They predicted the 4-3 Sweden
5-4.
Oh, my bad. It was 5-4. So,
however,
they did predict winning
overtime. The shootout was 2-1.
Yeah.
5-4.
Where is it 2-1? Yeah, that's true.
If we look at the simulation, some of it was off, some of it was pretty damn close. So when we take a look at our stats and our simulation of this one, the Canada-Czechia game was really off. But this one, time of attack was very close in the actual game. Same with the simulation. I believe Finland actually had more shots.
Look at my reaction, bro. What?
In this game. Oh, yeah, Dan, you're like... Dan, when Adam and I was doing our pregame, we were looking at these stats. You were blowing kisses in the freeze frame.
Blowing kisses?
You were like...
Oh, no.
It was adorable.
Oh, no.
It was very cute. But I will say, even though the games are done, I do recommend you going back and watching these awesome simulations that Dan and Lane work so hard on doing. They're really great. They're a super fun time, and they're super chill. Let us know if you would like those live versus recorded as well, because we could always try doing some of those live and seeing how they go. I don't know if I just scared Lane by saying live with that, but
no,
I saw him like...
I was agreeing.
Oh, wow. Okay. He was like, yes.
I was like, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do one right now. We should just fire up. We should do the gold medal game right now.
But I will say, like, the simulation, it's interesting the simulation, how close some of it got, except there was no fighting. But simulation projected an overtime nail biter, and we got an overtime nail biter. Super exciting game. I thought both goaltenders played phenomenally. I thought both teams had lots of chances. And like I've said, I think it is safe to say, not as a one country fan, that this has been some of the best World Junior hockey we've seen in a long time.
Oh, 100%.
Every game has been pretty much great. So what's everyone else's thoughts on the Finland versus Sweden matchup?
Great game. I was very impressed with it.
I was right. And it was a good game. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. Well, no, like all of the games today were great.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I also just think, I will say this, because this tournament is, I've said this constantly, this is my favorite part of the year. I love this part of the year. But I also hate this part of the year. This right now. This whole show, I will say, so right after, hated that, hated this show, gonna hate tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be bad. The next day is gonna be bad because people are just gonna constantly be bullying teenagers online. Worst part about this tournament. It is the worst part about, honestly, like the best tournament, I think, like international.
For sure,
tournament.
yeah.
I love this international
bullying
tournament.
anyone though. We're just giving our
oh my gosh, you guys just ruined my comments because you guys are like, we don't bully people. I'm like, I didn't talk about you guys.
You know what,
Adam? In general, people suck after this tournament.
You know what it is? I'm very self-conscious. Okay, like
I can tell, Jacob, and it's like it makes me self-conscious.
Like I'm hiding myself behind a pop filter.
You should feel bad, Jacob. You should feel bad now.
Okay.
Yeah, feel bad.
What happened?
You should feel bad.
Oh, it scared me.
Well, I'm not going anywhere, Dennis. I was kidding. But if you're going to bed, that's okay. You do need your beauty sleep. I mean, look at this man. He's gorgeous.
Oh, yes. Have a good night. It's cool. We even got 2 viewers talking to each other in the chat. That's always awesome too.
Oh yeah, great when everyone's becoming homies. But yeah, I'd say again, overall, great game. Super excited about the I'm not putting that comment up, David. Great games, and I'm super excited for the.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. Super excited for the bronze medal game and the gold medal game.
What does Lane have to say about the Sweden-Finland game?
Well, that was great.
Yeah, great game.
Actually, though, I do want to ask you guys your opinion on Koivu being a healthy scratch in that one.
Oh, that was a shocker. That was crazy.
He was a
I
healthy
didn't even
scratch.
know.
Oh, you should have.
Saku Koivu's son for you Montreal fans out there.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. They played fine without him.
Well, not just that. He played really poorly in the game against the States, even though they won. He only played 9 minutes in that game. He got benched.
Oh,
and
yeah, I think he was sick.
Then no, but he admitted in the post game that he needed to be better, and he was looking forward to getting another chance. And the coach just like, "You're not getting another chance. Sit your butt down."
Which is fair enough. You play like crap, even if you're sick. I'm pretty sure he was sick in that game too.
Finland had a bug running through their whole dressing room, which was very tough. I give them a lot of credit for how well they've been playing. I didn't know he was a Habs draft pick, bound for a European career. I would love to see him come to Montreal just so you could have Koivu drop a ceremonial puck with his son taking the draw. That'd be really cool. Man, Saku Koivu was so good until Chris Neal, his sculling, which wasn't good, but Saku Koivu was when you think about some of the greatest players of that era in Montreal, you think of Saku Koivu. Guy's a legend. He's not 42 in a karate class. Legendary status. But I thought it was interesting that he was a healthy scratch. I've seen some comments saying that really impacted the game. I don't think it did personally. He only had a goal and an assist in the tournament. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that he beat cancer too. Yeah, what an amazing guy he is. And I know he did a lot for the Montreal community as well.
Oh, yeah, he did so much charity work. It's like Mary Lemieux. Mary Lemieux beat cancer as well. I mean, and Saku Koivu also played well in Minnesota with his brother. I mean, I think he's very underrated too. He was a great two-way power center.
Roenick and McGrattan coming to Brockville for I didn't know you guys had a Winter Classic.
Oh, that'd be sweet. I remember McGrattan. He was quite a heavyweight fighter back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
But, yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see if they play Koivu tomorrow, being he's 19, so this will be his last. I believe they're saying this will be his last time at this tournament.
Correct, yeah, because it's U20, right?
So I'll be interested to see if he is – I hope Finland plays him tomorrow. I think it'd be nice to give the kid another opportunity.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, if Finland doesn't feel he's their best chance to win, like I said, winning a bronze medal is really important.
Yeah, I just don't care about the game tomorrow, to be honest with you. Like, I hope they go out. I hope Canada goes out and wins a bronze. But honestly, like, it's not that it's like a tough. Well, let me finish my bloody statement first before you go out and boo me. But it's like, it's not that I don't care because I don't want them to win. I do want them to win. I'm over it because of just how I know people are going to react. And it's just, it pulls me out. Like when we get to this stage and Canada gets eliminated, no matter if there's another game or not, it pulls me out of this tournament because then I'm just like, you guys are just ruined. Like people just ruin this tournament and it's the vibe of the tournament just gets ruined for me at times. Cause it's just like, why are you like, I'm not saying it about you guys or anybody like in general, but it's just like, I don't like to go out and like, be like, oh yeah, like it's okay to like do it. But then it's like, when you start criticizing and going in on teenagers, I get to the point where I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's a certain extent I want to.
Yeah, I would say that there's a certain extent. I think when
there's a certain extent you go to, and then some people just take it
too far.
It pulls me out.
And stuff.
Like
100%. I remember,
well,
and I can't remember the goalie's name now. But this when Canada lost in I want to
2017. Was it to the States? Was it to the States in a shootout?
Yes, and there's a local goalie from the Hamilton region. I'm forgetting his name.
Embarrassing.
So I apologize. but he was sent death threats and they lost in the gold medal game. And when a bunch of people from Hamilton came back to the airport to congratulate him for all his success, right? Because winning silver is a big deal. Like, and I think that's something I need to harp on. And they said instead the kid was just crying because he felt he left the whole country down. So let's remember these are
Can I make my statement on this?
But I just want to say, like, this is something we need to remember when we're looking at this, and why, like, for example, when people want to rip into Austin Matthews, he's a grown-ass man. I think that's a completely different scenario. If you want to criticize the play or even a character move a player does in this tournament, like when we were talking about Gavin McKenna acting immature, that's totally fine. You have a right to have an opinion, but none of us are doing this because we're all great people at the analyst desk where every day feels like game day. Insert plug. But if, let's say, we were saying Gavin McKenna doesn't deserve to make it home in one piece, then that's a problem, right? Yeah. And that's where I think I agree with Adam. Sometimes that line just gets over. Sure, I agree with that. You want to criticize the play, some of the actions, decisions teams made. Totally understandable. We're all passionate people. No one's more passionate than Lane.
Yes, that's for sure.
But go ahead, Adam. But
I just wanted to say, like, you got to remember that this tournament is a tournament for teenagers. Mm-hmm. And like
it's a development tournament.
Like it's a development tournament that I think I love this tournament. I find this tournament a lot of fun. I don't take this tournament as seriously as I think a lot of people do. I just love watching this tournament. I just love watching the hockey. It's fun hockey to watch, but I think people take this tournament a little bit too seriously and take like it's like teenagers playing, and it reminds you it's a kids game, people. Like it's a game kids play. Like it's really not serious enough for y'all, for like people to send death threats and just complain in general. And like people are like, oh, this tournament just ruins my whole mood. I'm like, why does it ruin your mood? It's a tournament built for teenagers to play in. You're letting teenagers ruin your mood.
I didn't see it.
It's like
mood. I'm confused.
Okay. No, I'm not talking about you, Jacob. I'm not talking about any.
I'm self-centered.
You guys this is what I mean. But then it's like you guys take this shit too seriously. Like, who cares? Like, I know this.
Adam, I'm gonna have to get a bleeper for you today.
Yeah,
that's
I said bloody. I didn't say any swear words. I said bloody.
You said the sh word.
Oh no! I've said way worse. Oh, don't boo me. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Wearing jail.
But not Hamilton jail with Lane when he comes over to an Argo game this year.
That's right.
They even let me in.
Lane, they need any butt in the seat they can get. So
yeah, literally.
I just will be like, oh, me, Hamilton? I don't know that team. I like the team that's not in Hamilton. The BC Lions. That's my favorite team.
I knew I could get CFL talk in a show about the World Juniors. I knew I could do it. I'm proud of it.
Well, I just wanted to add, there were some hockey games going on tonight. So
but have we said everything we want to say on those two matchups? If we are, we could definitely move forward to hockey.
I think so.
Yeah.
Then go ahead, Dan.
Okay. So as we said before in the comments, Montreal beat Dallas today in a flow at 4-3 in a overtime. Pittsburgh beat Columbus in another flow in overtime 4-3. Florida took down Colorado. Holy cow. Colorado has only have 7 losses all year. And they broke the record for having the least amount of regulation losses in 40 games. And it's a record. And Florida beat from regulation 2-1. Carolina beat the Devils 3-1. And David's Blackhawks beat the Golden Knights. Another overtime thriller.
By the way, Tyler Bertuzzi got all the goals in that game.
He did. He got a hattie. Boy.
Such an underrated player.
Jacobs Team Canada.
Such an underrated player. There's been some rumblings that the Leafs might look to bring him back if Chicago continues to not be in a playoffs position.
Oh, I would love to see him back.
I don't think that'll happen, though, personally, because I think Chicago is going to keep what they have, because when Connor Bedard was healthy. I don't know if you guys agree with me. It's crazy that Connor Bedard and Matthew Schaefer are basically saving franchises.
Yeah.
Especially Matthew Schaefer as an 18-year-old. My gosh, what a player. But yeah, sounds like there are some great games in the NHL today that a lot of people didn't watch because they were watching World Juniors.
And I just gotta point out, even though I'm a World Juniors fan, we were flipping back and forth between Canada and the football. And my boy Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers got 10-7, winning the game 26-24 in a thriller shootout without their top receiver.
Yeah, I still think with DK Metcalf was so stupid, and I wouldn't bring him.
Oh, it was stupid. I think he deserved the suspension. I really do.
Absolutely. You can't punch a fan in the stands. What the hell are you doing?
Some things you just can't do. And I think what Lane pointed out earlier is punching an official and punching a fan. Those are two things you just can't do.
I gave Lane the round of applause for that.
100%. Yeah.
You know what, boys? I get to do something that I love to do in January.
What?
CFL news.
Hey!
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Bo Levi Mitchell's contract deal just got released.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So this is something for people who don't know. CFL contracts don't always get shared to the public.
Right.
Which is something in the winter meetings they're talking about potentially changing.
I like that idea.
So Bo Levi Mitchell received a $210,000 signing bonus when he inked his 2-year deal.
Wow.
His salary is $210,000, $40,000 in marketing money, $15,000 in housing, and $10,000 for travel, roughly, with all equals out to $485,000 a year in hard money. Wow. Lane, you as the Ticat fan, how do you feel about Bo Levi Mitchell being the third highest paid quarterback in the CFL, only behind Nathan Rourke and Mr. Swag Chad Kelly?
I think it's way too much for him, personally.
So he's just to put in perspective, he's making more than Cody Fajardo, Vernon Adams Jr.
That's whack.
Oh, wait, sorry, fourth, because Zach Collaros. Actually, no, Zach Collaros' extension is a little less, so he's making more than Zach Collaros.
Trevor Harris.
He's making more than Trevor Harris. He's making more than Drew Brown, just to put into some perspectives.
Dave Alexander.
Well, yeah, but Dave Alexander Stone is on his rookie contract.
True.
Actually, no, he signed an extension, but it was like $440-ish of hard money in total. Remember, that's without bonuses. So with bonuses, he could be making over $500,000.
Good for him. He could buy another Corvette.
So, Lane, why do you feel that's like too much? I mean, the guy did win the MOP for the East.
Future Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer. He did get you to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Again, I'm going to say I just don't think that I just don't think it's a repeatable year.
Okay. That's interesting.
Again, I'm going to say what I said all along. Were they a good team? Sure they were, but how did they win all their games in the last second of a game? It's not repeatable. We've seen that with the Leafs this year. You can't do the same thing back-to-back years and expect the same result, you know? Okay, good example. Look at the Leafs last year, right? What did they do last year? They relied on goaltending to do everything for them, right? They gave up the most shots. They gave up the most this. But last year, goaltending bailed them out. This year, the goaltending hasn't played like two basically huge dumpsters in front of the net, saving every shot. And that's why they're not the same team they were last year. I think the Ticats are in the same boat, you know. You can't rely just to keep saying, well, we're going to win the play on the last game of the play every single week and have that repeat, because it just doesn't work. Eventually you're just not always going to win those games. And again, I don't know. I could be wrong. I just think Hamilton's not going to repeat the same success they had last year.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fair point, right? I mean, only time will tell.
Training... Well, as an Argo fan, I really hope you're right.
Yeah. Time will tell. Free agents going to start up next month in February, so we're getting there. And then training camp will be around May. So we're still a ways away, but will be some CFL news trickling in for next little bit. Did you have any thoughts on that, Adam?
I don't know. I don't know. I was confused by his contract when he re-signed there. I was confused when he re-signed there, to be honest. I don't know. So I want to see how they play when he gets out on the field.
Well,
I have no.
What's interesting too is they've still made it very public they want to try to re-sign Taylor Powell, who I think is good enough to be a starter. So I'm a little surprised when I saw after how much money. I'm kind of not quite as far as Lane, and I'm not even seeing so much on the play of Adam. I think he's earned the paycheck.
Well,
I just wonder, would have this been time to potentially move on to a younger quarterback who has had a lot of success in your organization?
What a joke of a day in sports. How true is that?
Yeah, Shades, tough day in sports if you're a Canadian.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not a Canadian, if you're a Colorado Avalanche fan, you just lost to Florida. That's also tough.
I know. And then the Steelers beat the Ravens. Holy
tough day for a Ravens fan, choking yet again. At least this time you didn't choke to the Bills in the second round.
Guys, is that it for CFL talk?
Well, I mean, I would like to give my opinion on more on the Bo Levi Mitchell situation, but if you're sick
go ahead.
Sick of my crap, Dan, I'll just shut up.
No, give it.
I'm kind of in this point with Hamilton. I think the reason why you give Bo Levi Mitchell the money is you feel like this might be your last chance to really, really get it done. Like you feel like if you don't get this done, then these last 3-4 years of Bo Levi Mitchell has been a complete disaster. So I think I would call this a desperation contract. I think this is a contract you feel you don't have a choice. You have to give Bo Levi Mitchell the money, because if you don't give him the money, you're kind of screwed, right? So that's kind of how I feel. I feel like you have to give Bo Levi Mitchell this money, which here's the contract details on your screen, right? The 210 signing bonus.
And it's 2 years, Jacob. It's a 2-year contract.
But I believe the way I've read it, this is the money per year.
I actually think it's a good contract. I know he's the third highest in the league, and I get he's getting older, but I feel like Hamilton's at a point you either got to win now, and especially, too, I know I've said this before on the show, I'll say it again, Hamilton desperately needs a main sponsor to put a name on their stadium, right? And the way you want to get people interested in sponsoring that is having future Hall of Fame players and winning games and getting butts in seats. And getting someone like Bo Levi Mitchell on the field will do all those things. And I think third highest is quite reasonable. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's won multiple Grey Cups. He's a true leader. He's a great guy in the community. And I mean, I love Chad Kelly. He's my boy, but that contract is aging like bad. You know, it's aging really bad.
Like milk.
Yeah, exactly. I try to avoid that, but exactly. And Nathan York, I mean, as much as I don't like him personally, he played pretty good. So I expect him getting paid more below Levi Mitchell, but yeah, I have to think it's a good contract. The key is you got him under $500K guaranteed money. I think that was the key of the goal.
So what I will say about this, and it's interesting Dan brings up Swag Kelly on that. I would bring it up to the point, do you remember when everyone got kind of upset when the Argos moved on from McLeod Bethel Thompson, and then Chad Kelly gave them the 16-2 season? I wonder if Hamilton, is it time for them to move on from Bo Levi Mitchell and give Taylor Powell the reins?
I think so.
And I think Taylor Powell will leave Hamilton. I don't think he's going to resign.
They're going to lose another.
I see him going to Ottawa to give Drew Brown some competition for the starting job in Ottawa.
Wow.
Dan, you're being requested to dance again.
Oh yeah.
And another comment here: True Canadian will understand that we got bodied and outplayed. I do agree Canada was outplayed, but I wouldn't say bodied. As Adam said, it was a 1-goal game between Canada and Czechia.
God, the good son. I can only count to 4.
I mean, North America. Well, I mean, the States also got outplayed. So yeah, North America.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, both the two North American teams did not do as well as they were doing, as they were hoping. But I mean, at the same time, for Finland, Czechia, Sweden as well, they would all be disappointed if they didn't get where they got either. So like it's realistically, there's 5 teams that expect to win gold and only 1 team can do it.
Even Slovakia was disappointed. I think you could say 6.
But I would say on that note, it is
what
time
about the NBA scores quickly. I'll bomb
my
them
God,
up
Dan.
and on my screen.
All right, Dan. What's
Dan,
the
you
NBA
can go.
scores?
No, Dan, you can go through it fast.
Okay.
That's the deal. You got to go through it fast if they're going to do it.
Deal. Pistons beat the Cavaliers 114-110. Wow, it was a close game. Timberwolves blow out the Wizards 141-115. The Bucks kept the Kings out at 100 points, 115-98. Magic beat the Pacers 135-127. Wow, that's a high scoring game. The Heat beat out someone else at 125 and 106.
Somebody else.
So I forget the name. Lakers beat the Grizzlies 120-114, but Nets beat the Nuggets 127-115.
You mean
and
the
final,
Bucks?
very tight game. The Suns beat the Thunder 108-105.
You don't know the Bucks, Dan?
What?
You don't know the Bucks?
No, I know the Bucks. I said the Bucks beat the Kings 115-98.
Who was the somebody else? Sorry, what team was that? What game was that again?
Pennsylvania, I guess.
What?
And the Kings.
Sacramento, you mean?
The Nop.
Oh my gosh, I need to look this up.
The New Orleans Pelicans?
Yes, that must be it. I'm sorry.
The Heat versus the Pelicans.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the New Orleans Pelicans. Good Lord, Dan. Okay,
I'm
on
sorry.
that bombshell, it is time for us to wrap up the show. But I feel we all need a laugh.
That was a laugh. Oh, and we did get a request about tennis. The Australian U.S. Open starts any day on January 17th. So we'll get talking about that too.
Dan, tennis is your favorite sport.
That's right. Oh, not really, but
Yes, it
yes,
is.
we gotta get going. It's 1:20 in the morning.
Dan!
Yeah.
He doesn't even notice I changed his name.
I love tennis.
I love
But
tennis.
I even spelled tennis right this time for you guys. Tennis recap with Dan in a skirt.
Oh,
I thought
sign me up.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Whoa.
for something you don't want to see.
I want to see it. $20.
Whoa. Dan, you might want to get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know. The viewership just spiked as soon as it said Dan in a skirt. So maybe that's what we need to get up to 150 subscribers. I don't know. But I do want to say thank you very much for joining us at the desk. And if you want to see more Dan content, I feel we all need a laugh today. A skirt and a cardboard box. That's what you need, Dan. And the power of love. But before we sign off, I feel we all need a laugh. And Dan, I'm sorry, you're the one that's going to give us the laugh again tonight.
That's okay. That's what I do here.
So before we go, let's see what happened when Dan tried to figure out how AI transcribing works on YouTube.
What is happening?
YouTube, wake up! Search. What the f just happened? Go back. YouTube, wake up! Search Barry Coates hot streak. It's just spinning. Why is it doing it? YouTube, work.
So there you go, everyone. There's your laugh for the day. If you're looking for more skits and more, no, that wasn't actually a skit. That was legitimately Dan trying to figure out how to make AI transcripting work on YouTube. If you're looking for more awesome shorts, follow us on all the social medias, and we do post bloopers like that. I've been saving up bloopers of everyone, by the way. It's not just Dan. That one was just the best one. So watch out for everyone. David, if you need that clip, it's on our social media. You could watch it over and over and over and over.
There better not be a blooper of me.
Oh, there is, Lane.
There can't be.
There is. I have.
There can't be.
There is.
There
I just
is.
need. I have bloopers of everyone, even people who have never been on the desk. I have cameras everywhere. I am a self-proclaimed sports analyst. I'm not like Barney Stinson, though. But thank you very much for joining us at the analyst desk. I'm the self-proclaimed sports analyst, joined by Mr. Lane Dashing Dashko, Mr. Adam, who was not bit by a spider, but bit by a goat, the man who loves tennis,
Woo!
and of course, myself, the self-proclaimed sports analyst. Thank you very much for another awesome episode of The Desk, and we will be back before you know it. Have a great one, and enjoy The Desk, where every day feels like game day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jesse.